we are going to talk about cybersecurity in the smart manufacturing environment. So the first question, what is the most scary cybersecurity attack in the IT network?
I think it should be the ransomware.
Ransomware. Okay, so in the manufacturing environment or in most of the so-called smart factory environment, you have IT, information technology layer, and also you have the OT, the operation technology layer. So what is the main difference between these two, and how can we do a protection in both sides, at both sides?
So if you want to know more, let's Sembang AIoT.
Hello, my name is Cecily here.
Hello, I'm 𝐀𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐥.
Yeah, welcome to our this channel again. Today is episode 96. Is it 96? Yeah, we are no 96. Episode 96. Sembang AIoT. Sembang bukan seberang Sembang.
Yeah, kita Sembang technology.
Kita Sembang AIoT. So long never use this word to start with our this Sembang today. So today is very special. We are going to talk about something related to cybersecurity. There are three key area or 3A we so-called. What are the 3A? Do you still remember, in the cybersecurity?
3A. I think I forgot already.
Yeah, I still remember until now. Okay, the authentication, the authorization, and the audit or audit trail, things like that. Yeah. These are the three key things in cybersecurity where you need authenticate. You know to authenticate who are you, sign in. Then you have to authorize you, where can you go? And the third layer, they would lock you, they would do audit on you and some of the history that you are coming into the network, what have you done? These are the three key. Why is this 3A so important,
Yeah, these three things help to give you a secure environment to protect your equipment.
At least to protect unauthorized person going into your computer network. So we are talking cybersecurity today. A very short sharing today. I hope. I think we came to talk about that few times, including we have invited also Dr. Lim, from UTM before. He has came, and then he also taught us about something related to this cybersecurity. So Dr. Lim is one of the professor also. Teaching the subject of cybersecurity, right?
Yeah.
So that's where we invited him. I don't know whether he's listening today. If he is listening, maybe we will want him to come in again in the next chapter. So, okay, today we are talking about cybersecurity and or network security as a whole in the so-called production plant, or in the manufacturing environment, because these are very practical. When we go along the shop floors, you can see right now more and more Wi-Fi access point, mesh access point coming up, onto the network. Why is it so? Why so many Wi-Fi point, access point keep mushrooming out from the production floor?
Yeah, because more and more devices now go to wireless solution. They not prefer wired solution anymore. Too messy, need to tidy up all the wire.
So people become more lazy and lazier. So they would like things to be. I want to get the data from this PLC. Don't ask me to pull cable. Please do it on a wireless form to me. Something like that, right? So that is the trend. That's why you walk along the production floor, you can see more and more access point coming up. But very importantly, are they secure? Are all these points secure?
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah. So that is very important, especially because manufacturer, of course, they want that to be as quick as possible. Everything has to be put onto the plant, then they want to acquire data. You know, they don't actually care about the security sometimes. But that's why those loopholes came about. That's why you see in the whole manufacturing environment or in a computer networking layer, there are I think 0, 5 up to maybe 6 layers. We can get that prevention later on. We are going to share about that part. We will basically is differentiated by IT network and OT network. IT means information technology network, which has been very, very long time. But OT is actually there also, but they right now they put this operation technology so that you segregate the operation side and the IT side. Usually for operation technology side, they will be isolated from IT usually. Yeah, but then whenever the OT network need to communicate, that they will create a tunnel for it to go out. So usually the IT network people, they're not supposed to always come to access. Why is it so? Why that kind of topology?
There are a few reasons. Because most of the time, they think that at the OT side, actually it's all related to your machine, all your machine network there.
Yeah.
And then the IT is all your staff able to access one. So usually when the attacker want to attack, your IT will get first.
They will come into landed on the IT network first.
Yes. So if your IT and OT is always connected, then the hacker is very easily go into your OT. When it go into your OT, your production will be affected. This is something more serious.
Okay. So as far as the manufacturing sector is concerned, our IT network down doesn't matter. If you hang over my production, that will be big trouble. So at least IT network got hacked. Let's say, very, very unfortunate. Your IT network got hacked, but then at least these people not able to go to production. The power plant still running, the turbine still running, the whole production still running. Nothing is affected on on the operation technology layer. That is one of the key reasons why this thing is being separate apart. Yeah. So today I just want to share with you one of my slides. As you know, we represent 𝐀𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐥. Sometimes although this Sembang AIoT, sometimes we don't talk so much about product we are not doing some advertisement here. But then we just want to do some sharing. Of course, if it's relevant, we would like you to give us some light. But if let's say this thing is not maybe it's something not correct, maybe you can also give us some comment. So let's see one of the slide. 𝐀𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐥 do have so-called, we call it network appliances. Network appliances are those devices on the right hand side. You can see those INA 100, 200, 600, and so on. These are the key component that you can make use of that as a so-called network appliances. But you can make it to be a cybersecurity boxes, like a network security box, to act as a firewall, to act as an intruder detection system. It can be also on other purpose. There are many what they call SD-WAN, all kind of networking devices. So these are all PC based, very computer based, computerized based. So you can see on the lowest level, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are actually 5 layers, not 6 layers, 5 layers. So usually these are the basic topology that you will be able to see in terms of architecture in most of the what they call the manufacturing plant or IT network. We call it so-called IT or OT network. These are the set. So usually IoT gateway, you have seen us doing many demos in terms of IoT gateway and things like that. We have many customers has used our IoT gateway in implementing into the what they call shop floors, production floors, and so on. These are the layer where level 0 part is concerned. Level 0 talk about what? In here. Level 0.
Talk about the sensor.
Sensor. You need to gather data from a sensor. You need to gather data from sometimes PLC. You need to talk to a PLC. You need to talk to controllers. Maybe you need to talk to some instrument. It could be talking to some of the weighing machines, or some temperature probe, or instrument, gas analyzer, and so on. So gateways, they are doing that part as one of the data acquisition point in the OT level of a network. Okay, so let's dissect one by one. How can this hacker come into, let's say there is a loophole for it to come. What can they do at this level?
At this level, so if you only have some sensor, then it might manipulate your sensor result.
Manipulating the sensor result.
If related to PLC, that one is even worse. It might control your machine.
That is provided that it has the two-ways communication. Let's say one way, he still cannot do anything, but you can do two ways. You can disrupt your machine. You can interfere with your machine. So level 0, they can do until that level. Oh, that's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Giving you the wrong information, this sensor data also can kill you.
You disturb your entire production.
Disturb your process. Okay. Let's go to one layer up. Let's say after IoT gateway, what you are having, we have a level 1. Okay, level 1 talking about automation network where PLC and RTUs, remote terminal unit is concerned. Okay, this layer. So at this layer, if the hacker come into that layer, is it easy?
If want to directly come into here, it's quite difficult.
Quite difficult, but then because basically they are not window-based. Usually, they are PLC. There's window-based also. Okay, PLC usually are more lower level operating system. Those are real-time operating system, which is not commercially available. It's not easy for you to do things. But really, they say they are coming into that network. What can they do?
Go into PLC, then can do a lot of things already.
When it comes to PLC, he can manipulate this thing. But not easy to come into that layer. Okay, you are still secure up to that level, level 1. Let's say we go on to the second layer, the level 2. Level 2 talk about another automation network also that involve SCADA, HMI, what they call some local, probably MES, that layer. That layer, is it easy to come into that layer?
That layer, if you didn't do your security properly, sometimes it's quite easy.
Can be easily penetrated.
Because this layer already can connect to internet.
Most of them are PC-based, can I say? Windows-based. HMI, most of the SCADA software, MES are mainly Windows-based or Linux-based. Linux-based also, there are plenty of them. Or web-based, web-based. So with that level, of course, HMI, SCADA, sometimes it's interconnected to the gateway. So from that layer also, you can interfere to the downward. So most of the data is there. So he can manipulate your data. He can manipulate your data also. So that is also in a way very dangerous. Very dangerous. So by looking at this, so when the layer go up a little bit more, things have become more vulnerable. So it's more exposed. More exposed. So that's why we want to start out with this one, is because we want to know what are the key damage that this kind of attack or hack, the hacking, you know, can do what kind of level of harm that you can do, so that you can know. Then you think, hey, this kind of harm is really nothing to me. Then you don't need to protect. Can I say that? So let's say the thing, oh, this one is very, very, very important. Then you have to do something. Okay. Okay, HMI, SCADA, MBS, these are on the level 2. Level 2. This one still on the operation technology layer. But when you go up one more layer, you know, you go up to this level number 3. Layer number 3 talking about operation information network. So that involves some DNS. Let's say it connect you to the internet, or you even connect to the WAN and so on. Then you have a historian data or database servers, you know, parking at that level. That is a very crucial place, right?
Yeah.
That's a very crucial place. So is it easy to come into that layer? Maybe it doesn't need to come into your layer, but because on the 3rd layer, he can also access to that layer.
Actually, enter one of the layer can go to other layers already.
Yeah, okay. That from 0, 1, 2, 3 are all under operation technology, still very operation technology. Of course, you break into the level 4, that is considered IT. But now we want to discuss a little bit here. So just now we mentioned about those hackers, let's say they want to come into the network, they want to penetrate into the network. The first layer they have to go is from the IT. Where is these holes that they can find in order to penetrate into the IT?
Yeah, usually from some email, website.
How? Email, how they can come in?
They send a link.
A phishing
inside control
link, phishing link for you to click. So sometimes I think you will see more and more. In fact, this one has been very, very long time already. You see some of the email, especially they say, oh, you have won what they call a jackpot or something like that. You know, you are very lucky. You are the winner. You know, you click on this link to claim your this thing. These people, wow, very, very, very excited. Then they click, then go inside. Sometimes he asks you for some your username and something like that, you know, maybe your user information. Then he will start linking you to something that at a certain time also you can expose for them to come into the network. Right? So that's where the ransomware is all hiding there. I've seen a friend that's got into ransom, but then she's not able to pay. So she don't want to pay. So she just leave it like that. But the pain is quite severe, you know, because practically a lot of this thing has been locked up. You know, you cannot do anything. So some of the data you have to rebuild. That is how dangerous is this ransomware just now we're talking about. Okay, then you go to the 4th layer. 4th layer, we talk about internet connectivity. You have internet connectivity, you have your remote access thing, some of your servers, workstation, what they call also some of the ERP system workstation that people do their operation, Microsoft Office, and that all kind of different things. So that is the area where is most exposed for people to come in. So in order to, is there any other way other than this email is one of them? The second one, when you visit some website, downloading something,
and then your pen drive.
Okay, that is a pen drive that's within your network you use. Okay. Any other thing? Email, web access, from devices like pen drive, all this thing, and handphone. Handphone also can. Depends on how they, because if let's say you plug handphone to the network, you want to transfer certain data, also one of the source can be one of the source. So so having said so much about this part on the let's say on the risk that you have, so is it worth looking at, or is it a must, a mandatory to look at this network security thing?
Yeah, it should be a must.
Yeah,
once it happens, you will regret why you don't want to implement that thing.
Okay. But before that, so what are the ways? Let's discuss about what are the ways, in the past and the present and the future. So these are our key main topic we want to talk about in the previous. In the old days, how people protect their network.
I think in the old days, they use username and password. At that time, I think only username and password.
Username and password. I still remember there is a card called something like a virus detection card.
I don't know.
That's on the DOS level, the private. So whenever something happens, so it's able to pop up to you. Somebody want to override your data, because last time all the virus, what they do is basically they want to do harm. They just want to delete your file or they want to inject something on your file to make your file cannot use all those things. Yeah. So these are the old days how they do. So in order to do that, they have to secure like from people point from the people usage point where you shouldn't bring your own thumb drive your thumb drive want to go into a certain thing, they have to scan all these things. These are still valid, right? These are still valid. But a lot of these company actually don't quite care. But it's very dangerous also. Very dangerous. What about the present thing that we are seeing? In fact, most of the cybersecurity is very advanced already.
For current one, we can see some two-factor authentication.
Two-factor. Okay, don't talk about two-factor first. Firewall.
Okay, firewall.
So from a firewall, you can do firewall on this internet thing. But you can also create another firewall within your OT and IT network. You can separate them, so that you can control where only OT level want to request something, they can go. IT level, they only a spatial tunnel or spatial port that they can come in. Can they do like that?
Yeah, okay.
They have to do like that, basically. They have to do like that. So in terms of a firewall, in terms of this security device, what are the key things that this kind of firewall is doing?
Usually more for them that filter, block a lot of port, only allow.
Okay, ports for IP address and port basically IP and because you're talking about TCP, IP, right? IP and port. And then what are the second thing that those are firewall devices that is doing? Do they scan some packet?
Yes, some of them they can
filter.
Yeah, do some active filtering.
So what are the things that they filter actually?
What are the things they filter? For example, some packet that contain the HTTP, actually they can scan through the header and then scan through the HTTP body to find out is there any hidden link inside
or abnormal thing hidden inside. So then they can filter, they can block you. The device will block
that. They can prevent those packets reach the destination.
Okay. So this is a packet filtering. Is there the third one? Is there any other thing?
I think the third one should be it will monitor the network activity. So even though sometimes the packet is not normal, but the number of packets is abnormal.
So they call it a deep packet or something like that, right? They go into deeper layer to track all this.
They just monitor your network activity usage.
Basically, they do logging. They create an audit trail. That is also part of the 3A also. That's on the network security kind of 3A. So other than that, let's come to this two-factor authentication. What are the examples? Maybe we can share with the audience.
I think some very common one when you log into your Facebook or WhatsApp, after you enter your password, it requires you to enter another number that you receive from your email or SMS or some authenticator apps.
So two-factor can very effectively, avoid some of these unwanted people to access. That is very key, in terms of a two-factor. So yeah, there are more and more two factors that are still coming up in this case. So yeah, that is the part of network security that we are having. Okay, just for those of you who just watched us, you are watching the Jom Les Sembang AIoT. So every Friday we are sharing this part, and then today is our episode 96 of our session sharing, and then we are going to have another four more to go to patch up the 100 challenges that we set, in the early when we start up the session number 1. Thank you for your support, and then if you find this channel relevant, please do encouragement to us to like us, subscribe, or to share with some of the friends. Okay, so for that part, we want to go into your layer, the future and the present and the future. What are the other network security, what they call function or features that is bring into the current world, like having this AI thing in this world. Do you want to show some of your slides?
Yeah. Okay. So at around 1916 to 1980 something, so most of how they protect their OT network is they just isolate it from the IT network. So, and then at that time they also introduced the password system. So for example, at your machine there, when you want to access to it, you need to key in some password before you're able to do some modification. So that one is mainly for the physical security. Because during that era, the internet also not very advanced yet. So you have some password to protect things, it's already enough during that era. And then until 2000 something, the internet started. And then during that time, there is one very famous cyber attack. They call it the Starknet. Okay, that one is happened at Iran, their nuclear plant.
Okay.
So it's the virus enter their nuclear plant and then control their PLC to make one of the device rotate faster than usual and then cause the damage. So the suspected one is done by the US and Israel.
That one is very usual. They want to. They want to disrupt the thing.
So that one is the first virus that they found, the cyber attack on the OT network. So, and then after that, they come out of solution. One of the solution is they call it the patch management solution. So when the PLC vendor found that there's some hole in their network, so they come up with a patch. So every time, even your Windows update also is some kind of patch. Every month you receive the Windows update. And then this is what they do during that time. And then people also start realize the cyber attack now can go into the OT network already. Not only happen at the IT network side. And when it go into OT network, it affects some very important facility like the nuclear plant, the power plant. It can cause a very huge damage to the country. So that time people start have the awareness on how to protect your OT network already. Okay. And then can we enlarge the slide? Okay. Yeah. After that, we have the rise of the ransomware and the APT. APT stands for the Advanced Persistent Threat, where the advanced stands for the hacker that use something like email, website. Okay. This one is something considered advanced during that time to do the attack. And then the persistent means, so when the hacker enter your network, you're not able to discover it, and it will do something over your network for maybe few weeks or few months without your notice. So this is what they call the persistent. And then the threat is the hacker not only steal your information, sometimes it try to have some long-term surveillance on what you are doing. It will monitor, want to steal your secret or your marketing strategy, or how you're going to market your next product. So the hacker enter your network and then it monitor all your activity, what you're going to do next. So this is something that caused some trouble to the company. And then, yeah, they also come up with the ICS cybersecurity framework, where you should comply to this kind of cybersecurity network to protect your network. And then they also come out the two-factor authentication, where this thing can block a lot of attack.
So this IEC 62443 thing, there will be some kind of standard where they encourage you to follow the rules to comply. To comply. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So okay.
So for the until present, so something for 2020 until present, so the OT cyber attack target the factory. So now they aim for the factory, and if you search online, you can find out there are a lot of cases at the overseas, most factory that have been attacked, and then cause losses to their company. And then one of the way we can do this thing in the future is we can use some AI-driven threat detection or the zero trust architecture. So how we're going to use the AI to do this thing? Okay, we'll go discuss this more detail in the next slide.
So what is this basically zero trust?
Zero trust means we don't trust anything.
So don't trust meaning what?
No matter everyone that you want to connect, you must provide the username, password, or other way to prove that.
The two factors.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it won't just let you simply connect.
Okay.
So actually, how they implement the AI in the cybersecurity is, first, they also take the data, for example, from the sensor or from your network analyzer. You have the sensor data first. Then it will pass into a deep learning model. The deep learning model will try to study the pattern inside. Okay. So usually most of the deep learning model, what they do is they are performing the abnormality detection. So they try to find out is there any abnormal activity through the sensor data or through the network package. And then if yes, then it will trigger the alert. Yeah. So whether the alert want to handle by a human or is automate response, that one is depends on how you want it to happen. So if automate response, sometimes it will just isolate that machine or just terminate the connection. Everything is automated. If you want the manual one, then the operator or technician will receive the notification. Then they will go there to double confirm whether this one is a real threat or it's just a false alarm. So below is a graph that's showing the anomaly. So the AI maybe it will give you the anomaly score. So currently, what is the score? So is it considered a threat or not? That one at the end, actually, you still need a human to make the final decision.
So you are talking about this part is the protection part, is it?
Yes.
Is this you're talking about cybersecurity attack or cybersecurity protection?
So it's the protection.
Protection.
Yeah.
Meaning the AI, they use the AI to learn this part, so that what they will do as a protection.
So the AI will trigger the alert when AI found out there's some abnormal thing happen.
Oh, that means they're monitoring the traffic coming in, is it? I see. Yeah. Okay.
If without that one, then you might need to hire someone go there.
So that means it's something like intruder detection system.
Yes.
But the intruder detection system is AI driven.
Yes.
It's AI driven. So yeah, because I heard before, that one is about 15 years ago, maybe 12 years ago. The intelligent, the so-called that time, maybe they're not so much on the AI, but more of the so-called machine learning, where they can see the pattern of how these people come in. Sometimes they come in and then they steal some information. They come in, they say something. So they don't keep on staying there to attack. So they will keep on. And one day when you go until there, you are already open, so he can do the damage to you. That can be one of the thing that the future protection that you can apply using AI. Of course, you have protection. The hacker will have to use AI to counter attack onto your thing. So who will win at the end?
I cannot say.
So AI fighting AI lah.
Yeah.
So it's a fight between the AI in the future. So okay, is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have come to the end of this sharing session. Thank you very much for listening to this Sembang AIoT. We are on the 96th session. We have 4 more to go to complete our 100 live sharing challenge. Okay, I think with this 100 sharing session, we can write a book.
But I feel lazy to write a book.
We can write a book on that. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. But before we end, since this one is related to cybersecurity topic, we want to share what are the operation technology port number that you can just remember and do. Let's start with something. So we in the cybersecurity, not cybersecurity, we are talking about operation technology network. Operation technology network on the port number. What are they? Modbus
502.
502 on the TCP. MQTT.
That one is 1883,
1883, 1884. So and then OPC UA.
This one I don't know. I seldom use it.
OPC UA, let me see. Oh, I also can't remember there's some okay. Of course let me see. What is this OPC UA? We must know lah. We use once a while lah. Not always
Very frequent use lah.
OPC UA. What is the port number for OPC UA? OPC UA is OPC UA is running on port number. Okay, before we go to OPC UA, there is another one. RTSP.
RTSP 554, 554.
554. HTTPS.
443.
443. Of course, HTTP is port 80 lah. Port 80, that one we know.
Okay, all this just a communication port. In most case, you can just steal your information.
Okay, OPC, they can run on the port 135. This one is TCP. This one is not OPC UA. This one is not OPC UA. OPC UA is any other OT site, the port number that usually being used. Okay, or on PLC, let's say Mitsubishi PLC is 5,000 something lah. TCP IP. UDP you can select from 1,000 something to something. That one you can configure. These are not These are non-standard.
I think the most important one is to secure your SSH port 22.
Okay, OPC UA, the standard port is 4840. Okay, 4840. And then just now you mentioned about what?
The SSH
port is port
22.
Port 22. That need to be secure.
Yeah, that one is the most important.
See, whatever port number that I told you just now on this OPC, on the OPC UA lah, MQTT lah, all these things, these are all standard numbers. Of course, if you want to avoid people of, getting into the default port to hack into your system, they can use other than this port lah, other than this port. So, okay, so I think we come to the end. We would like to thank you for watching this Sembang AIoT. So, again, we have one last small advertisement here. We do have, me and 𝐀𝐩𝐫𝐢𝐥 is doing the training on, especially for this case, is in Malaysia. Rise Forward 2.0, Rise Forward 2.0, where we have this AI and IoT training, 2 days and also 3 days. These are fully funded by 𝐓𝐸𝐵. Yeah, so this is part of the Industrial Forward leftover kind of training grant. Yeah, training grant. You don't need to pay anything as long as you are SME, you are doing manufacturing, you are manufacturing related business, that you are also qualified for that. In fact, for that thing is running very fast. Let's say you have friends or you are watching this one, you're a lucky one, you scan the QR code, please register and then come to talk to us. We have this, we are able to help you, to assist you to apply for that thing. So with that, we would like to thank you again, and we see you in the next session. Bye-bye.